Hey everyone, welcome back to ACT Math Quick Hits, where you can make one small change and watch these videos. It doesn't cost you any money, only costs you a little bit of time. That's going to help you improve your ACT math score. All right, so there is the rundown of the math section of the ACT. Let's get back into it for today. All right, so it tells us in the standard XY coordinate plane, right? So that just means a regular graph that we look at with our X and Y axis. How many points are both 5 coordinates from the origin and also 2 coordinates from the line y equals 0. All right, so Desmos isn't going to be all that helpful, but I think what I'll do is I'll use it just to give us like a better visual of what's going on, right? So we're looking for 5 coordinates from the origin and 2 coordinates from y equals 0. So let's first, maybe I'll make it the whole screen here, right? Here's our last one still on here. Let's clear that out. All right, so if I am, right, let's get that y equals 0. So y equals 0 is just the x-axis, so there it is in red. And I'm actually going to use lines to kind of give us like the spacing where we need to be, right? So x equals 5, right? So that blue line is 5 units from the origin. I could also have x equals negative 5, probably not on the same level. X equals negative 5, right? And so that green one, that's 5 units from the origin. And then I could have y equals 5, purple line, 5 units from the origin, and y equals negative 5, right? So you kind of see like where we are working here based upon that box of those different graphs. So, right, we wanted to be 5 units away from the origin. So any of the points on the green, blue, purple, and was that black lines there, those would be 5 units away. However, we also need to be 2 units away from the y-axis, the x-axis, y equals 0, which is that red line right there. So the only points that would be 2 units away, right, would if I went up 2 units on this blue line. So I could call this 5, 2, right, and I put an ordered pair right there. So this point is 5 units away from the origin and 2 units up from the y-axis. I could also have 5, negative 2, right? So this point down here also satisfies that by being 5 units away from the origin and 2 units away from the x-axis or the y equals 0. So maybe you can see where we're going with this, right? We'll have some on the other side as well. Negative 5, 2, right? So this green point right here, this would also work. And negative 5, negative 2, right? So this would also work as well. We would have to be careful because we could be 5 units away diagonally, right? If I go up, there would be 1, there would be, right, we're at 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then 5. But this point up here is not going to be 2 units away from that y equals 0 or the x-axis there. So Desmos does kind of help give us a little bit of a visual here. So if we go back then to our ACT piece, right, we found 4 of those points. So all right, thanks everyone for listening. I realize this isn't the most fun or exciting stuff, and my videos aren't the most polished that are out there, but your future self is going to thank you if you like and subscribe so you keep getting more practice with the Math ACT. Thanks, everyone.